Download this code from codegive.com, link in the description below. Area 51, Bob Lazar, and the documentary, a deep dive with code, illustrative. The story of Bob Lazar and his alleged work at Area 51 has been a cornerstone of UFO lore and conspiracy theories for decades. This tutorial will delve into the history, the claims, the evidence, or lack thereof, the documentary films, and even explore how one might use programming, particularly Python and data analysis, to investigate aspects of the claims, though we cannot verify or disprove the core allegations. The legend begins, Bob Lazar's claims. In 1989, a man named Robert, Bob, Lazar came forward with extraordinary claims. He asserted that he worked as a physicist at a secret facility called S4, located near Papoose Lake, south of the main Area 51 base, Groom Lake. His job, he claimed, involved reverse engineering alien spacecraft. Here's a summary of Lazar's core claims. Location of S4 a hidden installation near Papoose Lake, distinct from the main Area 51 base. Project Galileo he was part of this project, aimed at reverse engineering 9 alien spacecraft. Element 115, Muscovium. These spacecraft were powered by element 115, which produces a stable antimatter reaction when bombarded with protons, generating gravity waves for propulsion. He claimed it created a gravity field that warped space-time, allowing for faster-than-light travel. Briefings and documentation. He witnessed documents detailing the history of extraterrestrial involvement with humanity. Witness to test flights. He observed test flights of the alien spacecraft. Attempts to prove employment. He claimed to have worked for the U.S. Navy, but his employment records are inconsistent. He also stated he had a master's in physics from MIT, which MIT has no record of him receiving. 2. The evidence, or lack thereof. Scrutinizing Lazar's claims. Lazar's claims immediately became controversial. Researchers, journalists, and government officials tried to verify his story. The results have been mixed, leaning heavily toward skepticism. Lack of corroboration. No other scientists or personnel have come forward with verifiable evidence to support Lazar's account of working at S4 or witnessing the alien craft. This is a significant hurdle. Missing records. Attempts to verify his employment with the U.S. Navy and his academic credentials at MIT and Caltech have been unsuccessful. Lazar claims these records were erased to discredit him. The S4 location. While Papoose Lake is a restricted area, there is no confirmed evidence of a secret underground facility matching Lazar's description. Satellite imagery and other sources have been analyzed extensively, but definitive proof remains elusive. Element 115. The existence of element 115, now Muscovium, was eventually confirmed, but Lazar was initially ridiculed because, at the time, it was a theoretical element. However, its properties are not as Lazar described. It is extremely unstable and decays rapidly. It doesn't exist long enough to form a gravity warping propulsion system. His description of its properties was scientifically inaccurate. Eyewitness testimony, mixed. Some individuals have come forward to corroborate parts of Lazar's story, such as seeing strange lights in the night sky near Area 51 around the time Lazar claimed to have witnessed test flights. However, these are often dismissed as misidentification of conventional aircraft or atmospheric phenomena. Motivation for claiming to reveal sensitive information. There are those who claim Bob Lazar was attempting to capitalize on the notoriety of his claims for personal or financial gain. 3. The documentaries, examining different perspectives. Several documentaries have explored the Bob Lazar story, each offering a different perspective and level of scrutiny. Early news reports, 1989. The initial interviews with George Knapp on Class TV in Las Vegas brought Lazar's story to the public. These interviews are important primary source material, but must be evaluated critically. Bob Lazar, Area 51 and Flying Saucers, 1989, 1993. Expanded versions of the original interviews with more details and follow-up investigations. Dreamland, 1993. A UFO documentary series which included some of Bob Lazar's interviews. Bob Lazar, Area 51 and Flying Saucers, Netflix, 2018. Directed by Jeremy Corbell, this documentary presents a modern look at the Lazar story, revisiting his claims and featuring interviews with Lazar, his friends, and detractors. It's criticized by some for being overly sympathetic to Lazar and not providing sufficient critical analysis. Corbell has been criticized for supporting other unproven claims. Critical analyses. Numerous independent documentaries and YouTube videos have been produced, often taking a more skeptical and investigative approach to Lazar's claims. These typically focus on inconsistencies in his story and the lack of verifiable evidence. Key considerations when watching documentaries. Bias. Be aware of the filmmaker's potential biases. Are they trying to prove Lazar's story or debunk it? Source material. Evaluate the credibility of the sources presented. Are they eyewitnesses, experts, or individuals with a vested interest in the outcome? Corroboration. Is the information presented corroborated by other sources? Does the documentary present alternative explanations? Logical fallacies. Be wary of logical fallacies, example argument from ignorance, appeal to authority, used to support or refute Lazar's claims. 4. Code-based investigation, illustrative data analysis and visualization. While we can't directly verify Lazar's claims about alien technology or reverse engineering, we can use code to explore related data and potentially identify patterns or anomalies that might be suggestive, though not definitive. Keep in mind that these are illustrative examples, their results should be interpreted with extreme caution. Analyzing UFO sightings data. Many databases contain UFO sighting reports. We can use Python to analyze these reports for patterns near Area 51 or during the time periods Lazar claims to have witnessed test flights. Explanation. 1. Data loading and pre-processing. The code loads UFO sighting data, replace the sample data with actual data from a reliable source like the NUFORC database. It converts the date-time column to date-time objects. 2. Filtering. It filters the data to select sightings near Area 51, Rachel N.V., and during the time period Lazar claimed to have worked there, 1988 to 1989. 3. Analysis. The code performs basic analysis, such as counting the number of sightings in the filtered data set. 4. Visualization. The code generates a bar chart to visualize the distribution of sightings over time during the selected period. Important notes. Data source. The accuracy of the analysis depends entirely on the quality of the UFO sighting data. Consider the source's credibility and potential biases. Correlation versus causation. Even if you find a spike in UFO sightings near Area 51 during Lazar's alleged time frame, this does not prove that Lazar's story is true. It could be due to increased military activity, misidentification of conventional aircraft, or other factors. Geographic analysis. Advanced. You could use geographic libraries like GeoPandas to map the locations of sightings and identify potential hotspots. You'd need to add latitude and longitude data to the data frame. Text analysis. You could perform text analysis on the citing summaries to identify keywords related to Lazar's claims, example disc-shaped, silent, element 115. B. Analyzing scientific literature, hypothetical element 115. If we wanted to explore the scientific community's understanding of muscovium, element 115, we could use Python to search and analyze scientific papers. Explanation asterisk. 1 API interaction asterisk. This code uses the requests library to interact with the hypothetical scientific literature API, example AR14, or the Google Scholar API. You need an API key and the correct endpoint to use a real API. This is the biggest hurdle. 2 search query asterisk. The search _scientific papers function takes a search query, example muscovium properties, as input. 3 API response asterisk. The code retrieves the API response, assuming it's in JSON format, and extracts the titles and abstracts of the papers. 4 NLP analysis. Future you could then use natural language processing, NLP, techniques, example sentiment analysis, keyword extraction, to analyze the content of the abstracts and assess the scientific understanding of element 115's properties. For instance, you could check if the scientific literature supports or contradicts Lazar's claims about element 115's ability to generate gravity waves. V. Ethical considerations and responsible investigation. It's crucial to approach the Bob Lazar story, and UFO phenomena in general, with a critical and ethical mindset. Skepticism versus dismissal. Maintain a healthy skepticism but avoid outright dismissal without considering all available evidence, however limited. Privacy. Respect the privacy of individuals involved, including Bob Lazar and others mentioned in the story. Avoid doxing or harassment. Misinformation. Be aware of the potential for misinformation and disinformation. Verify information from multiple sources and avoid spreading unsubstantiated claims. Sensationalism. Resist the urge to sensationalize the story. Focus on presenting the evidence, or lack thereof, in a balanced and objective manner. Emotional biases. Be aware of your own emotional biases. Do you want to believe the story? Or are you already convinced it's a hoax? Strive for objectivity. Transparency. Clearly state your methodology and any limitations in your analysis. No trespassing. Do not illegally trespass on government property to find corroboration of the story. Credible sources. Use credible sources of information such as peer-reviewed journal articles, reputable news sources and government documents when possible. 6. Conclusion. The Bob Lazar story remains one of the most enduring and controversial narratives in UFO lore. While his claims are compelling, they lack concrete, verifiable evidence. The available information is open to interpretation. By critically evaluating the documentaries, scrutinizing the evidence, and even using data analysis techniques, we can gain a deeper understanding of the complexities surrounding the Area 51 mystery, while adhering to ethical considerations. Ultimately, the truth remains elusive, and each individual must weigh the evidence and draw their own conclusions. The code examples provided are illustrative and require significant effort to implement with real data. Their purpose is to show how programming could potentially aid in investigating the claims, not to prove or disprove them. Remember that data analysis provides correlation, not causation, and requires cautious interpretation.